Hello, welcome to this update for Northern Africa. So let's see what's happening. So we have some colder temperatures further north and some higher temperatures in the south in some areas. So let's see what will happen. Today's Saturday, December 7th, and we do have a bunch of systems there in Europe with some cold air, but it will start affecting the northern part of Africa, some cold air. But meanwhile, we do have in parts of southern Libya and like southwestern Algeria some 0 degrees at night and in the morning. This like Sunday at 7 a.m. some -1, and throughout Algeria, so like 3 degrees, Morocco 9 degrees, 2 degrees, depending where you're at. Further west, we do have some like 17 degrees, 21, Western Africa, and warmer there in the Atlantic. So let's see, this is Sunday. This goes a little bit harder, like in Chad, in Sudan, some areas, some 38 degrees in South Sudan. But there in the north, we have the influence of those lower pressures in Europe. So we do have some 6 degrees, and like Monday morning already shows northern Algeria some -1, Tunisia some 5 degrees, some 2 degrees in other areas, Morocco so like 0 degrees in the higher mountains. So yeah, be aware, this is Monday. Throughout the day it does warm up a little bit, especially further south in like Mali and Senegal, some 30 to 31 degrees. Shows still in South Sudan, some areas close like 38 degrees, southern Sudan and central to southern Chad. But Tuesday, the 10th in the morning, does show like in Morocco, northern Algeria, some -2, in the Atlas Mountains, some -5, and more like northern Algeria, some -1. So be careful there, those colder temperatures, but nothing crazy. Southern Algeria, some 8, 6 degrees, northern Tunisia, some 3 degrees in the morning, and Tuesday afternoon does warm up to like some 24 degrees, some 31 in the south, 32 in Libya, some 21 as well, and northern Libya some like 18 degrees during the day, and in Egypt a little bit milder, so like just 17, 18 degrees, but in Sudan, especially South Sudan, close to like 38, 39 degrees. Now also in Chad, even like 39, 38 degrees in Nigeria, so very hot there, including like Benin, Ghana, and Ivory Coast, some hotter temperatures. So be aware, this is Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday morning still shows cold. Northern Algeria, some areas of -1, including like northern Morocco, even some -5 in the mountains, some -3, -1. So be aware in those areas. Does show in Tunisia some 1 degrees, 0 degrees, 2 degrees, most essential northern Tunisia, like not areas like in Egypt, some even 3 degrees in Egypt, some 2 degrees, Western Egypt and northern Sudan. South Sudan still kind of hot even during the night, so be aware there. Shows like northern Niger, a little bit milder, some 8 degrees, so be aware. This Wednesday afternoon does warm up, especially around Sudan and South Sudan, even close to 40 degrees there, so be careful. Does show in Chad some 36 degrees, 34, and more in like Central Africa. So Wednesday, Thursday still cold in Morocco and Algeria, so like some -3, Morocco some 2 degrees, northern Algeria some -1, 0 degrees. Some areas along the coast is bare, just some 11 degrees, but in those interior areas, especially some high elevations, be aware. And Thursday, Friday still cold on the 13th, Morocco and Algeria. Next Saturday, the 14th, still kind of cold there and kind of chilly. Not there's like Libya during the night, but in the afternoon does warm up. But even like on the 15th, still cold in Morocco and some of those areas. So be aware there. This is the European model, but there are some models like the GFS does show there. It doesn't show as cold as the European, like this is Monday, but the colder temperatures start like Tuesday, the like negative temperature shows Tuesday morning across northern Morocco and Algeria into Wednesday there. It doesn't show as cold as the European Wednesday. It does show like Thursday morning colder in Morocco there, those central northern mountains. So be aware there. The other areas, there's this other model, the Icon, does show a little bit colder than the GFS, but not as cold as the European. But it does show into like even to Tunisia some like 0 degrees, and in Algeria some -2. So be aware in those areas. Now in the terms of rainfall, this model does have until Thursday very dry across northern Africa, just central southern Africa, which we'll make some other videos about. And check the tropical update we will post today for areas like the Indian Ocean. But it does show mainly dry, only a storm or two in eastern Sudan, like 9 millimeters. This might be a shower too, or a small thunderstorm. So be aware. Does show still some showers in Liberia next 5 days, so some 18 millimeters. Sierra Leone right on the coast, a shower too, and southwestern Ivory Coast, a finger two in southern Ghana. But yeah, very little, more like in southeastern Nigeria and in the coastal areas of Cameroon, those areas. So be aware. But in the north, we do have those Mediterranean systems, like northern Tunisia the next 5 days, close to 40 millimeters, especially some small islands in the Mediterranean. Does show still like on until Thursday, some 39, 4 millimeters northern Algeria, mainly northeastern Algeria. The coast of northwestern Algeria doesn't show much, a shower or two, but more the coast northeastern Algeria and Tunisia, some more rain. Does show some rain Morocco along the coast, so just some lighter showers there, and a finger two in central Morocco, but nothing that crazy. Further east, this model mainly shows dry. There's the European model now. It does show a little bit more in some isolated spots of eastern Sudan, so some 18 millimeters there. It also has southern Ivory Coast and Liberia, some 28, 30 millimeters. Even like southern Sierra Leone, and does have like Morocco a little bit more than the Icon along the coast especially, but central Morocco in the mountains it does have. And it has most of the coast of northern Algeria, especially northeastern Algeria. There's some spots right on the Mediterranean, close like even some 70 millimeters there. Does have northern Tunisia, some islands there, so be careful, even northwestern Algeria. And yeah, but the rest is fairly dry there. A shower too in northern Somalia, but very little. There's the GFS, does show most of northern Tunisia, northernmost Algeria, and Morocco, some showers too, and like Liberia, Ivory Coast, and Ghana, so a little bit of showers or storm or two. So be careful. You can see here the system's moving, those storms there, like this might be a storm or two, like southern Ivory Coast and Liberia. This goes there Tuesday, Wednesday, and more Morocco in those areas. So be aware there, and just the accumulation, because that's until next Thursday. The accumulation just until Tuesday shows less in Morocco, just in Algeria and Tunisia and the south there, but until Thursday shows a little bit more in some areas. So be aware. The next thing is snow. There's barely anything, but in Morocco, the European model does show a tiny hint of snow in Morocco, some 5 centimeters, 4 centimeters, 0.3, but more in those central mountains there, since 3.4 centimeters. So it does show a little bit of snow the next 5 days. If I put it just until Tuesday, doesn't show anything. Until late Tuesday, until Wednesday, shows a tiny hint, but the European shows most of the snow falling next Thursday. Shows a finger or two between Algeria and Tunisia, and more like even shows a tiny spot northern Algeria, 0.8 centimeters. Yeah, but the GFS has also some snow there. It has some spots of more too, so like 12 centimeters, those mountains, and more further south as well. So be aware, the icon has a lot less, but does have some scared mountains there. So be aware, like the rest is fairly quiet. In terms of wind, some winds might be windier in the Mediterranean there. There's already some slighter strong gusts in Tunisia, but this goes because this system from like Spain and France, you dive down to the Mediterranean. Sunday, like already in the morning, shows some 77 km per gust, some 83, right along the coast into northern Tunisia as well. So be aware in those areas, some 68 km per gust, central Algeria too, like north central Algeria. So be aware, especially in the north, some high seas as well. But that's just the start of it. Later on Sunday afternoon, shows all the way to 92, 93 km per gust. Most of northern Algeria, except the far west, mainly the east. Northeastern Algeria, something like 75 km per gust. Northern Tunisia, slightly north, like central northern Tunisia, some 78 km per gust. Shows more like here in central northern Algeria, some mountains there, some areas. I don't think these are mountains, but those areas there. Be careful, shows more the north, but especially be careful, some high gusts right on the Mediterranean there, and some larger surf and everything. And also like northern Libya or southwest, southeastern Tunisia shows slightly breezier. This goes Sunday, Sunday to Monday, a little bit less, but still on Monday, a little bit in northern Algeria. This goes there. Monday to Tuesday shows nearby, close to Morocco, right on the western coast there. Near like some western areas like Tafedna, Tarim, so be aware there. But further south shows a little bit breezy as well, some 56, 54 km per gust, and northernmost Morocco does show a little bit as well. So this goes Monday, Tuesday, still breezy in central Morocco. Wednesday a little bit calmer, but a thing or two in Algeria and still central Morocco. Into Thursday, we might have that snow in Morocco. And Thursday doesn't show much in terms of wind, but it shows some wind in those mountains. So be aware next Friday, and yeah, and does show December 16th more Morocco, but that's kind of too far. So be careful in those areas, and if you're watching from Europe, really be careful those wind gusts in Spain and southern France. So let's see, but this is just a model. This might change, it might change a lot. But yeah, but the general consensus is those winds will affect a lot northern Algeria. Sunday, this tomorrow, alright, this the icons all the way to 98 km per gust. So be careful northern Algeria and even to Tunisia. And this is Sunday into Mondays nearby Morocco, some stuff in Sudan further south. So let's see a little bit further south. So shows some occasional higher gusts in eastern Sudan and breezy sometimes in South Sudan and Chad. But this goes there Sunday, Monday, shows sometimes in the late morning and the afternoon in eastern Chad and in southeastern Sudan. This goes there. Wednesday still shows a little bit breezy in some areas there. Thursday, so yeah, even some other spots of the deserts in eastern Sudan. So be aware in those areas. And later shows kind of the same thing, but does show on December 14th a little bit stronger in Chad and maybe near like eastern Egypt. So yeah, be aware, and let's see if there's anything else. Maybe show you the GFS, the other model. So it does show in Sunday, northern Algeria and Tunisia, those high gusts near Morocco. It does show some breezy days, Sudan and Chad there. So yeah, be aware in those areas. Some other stuff in terms of fog or something doesn't show much, but does show some spots of fog, especially in the morning in Egypt, Sudan, northern Morocco. Some spots are like Ivory Coast and Ghana. So yeah, be aware, but nothing that crazy. The thunderstorms mainly in the south, some there. and this mainly it. And they do have some advisories here, windy, some dust, some advisories, and they already have some wind advisories, not northern Algeria. So yeah, be aware in those areas.